Hello everyone. On this video I'm going to tell you basically how to keep Pico Aquarium. Pico is basically the size below Nano. They're notoriously harder to keep clean, yet this tank is 7 months old, and I just want to share some tips and advice I have for keeping one if you want to start a tank. Keep in mind that there are a million ways to do these things. I'm not preaching about how this is the one way you have to do it. Obviously there are a million different ways. This has just worked for me, and I just want to share some advice with you guys. First I'd like to start, there are plenty of corals in this tank. There's actually a lot of corals in this tank. Normally I wouldn't really recommend that, but I do keep on my testing and dosing. My calcium is usually okay. I just have to dose alkalinity for pretty much the LPS, the few chalices that are in there, and then the golden torch coral. So basically my secret is to have good working filtration, obviously carbon, and a phosphate reducer. I use Purigen. I've used Purigen since day one. I haven't had a problem. I do change it every couple weeks though. This tank is super small, so the bottle it'll last forever, the life of the tank. It'll be years and years before I'll need a new bottle. You need such a small amount without stripping everything out, yet keeping algae under control. My next tip I have for you is always run a filter pad. Stuff does build up. Poop from the snails, coral poop does happen in there. And any feeding I do, I make sure to have that filter pad. You can see it in the filter up the top there. I have running all the time. I change it twice a week at the minimum. I don't wash it out. I don't try to get what's in it out. I mean, it uses such a small amount. I always replace it. I rinse it out first in the dirty tank water that I take out from the water change, and I just put a new one in like that. My water change schedule twice a week. I take about half a gallon on Saturdays and then on Wednesday. That has worked fine for me. Keeps my salinity in check just fine, and keeps everything nice and happy so far. These corals have basically in the tanks at the beginning. Most of them have. Everything has been happy, and I haven't lost anything yet. The only thing I have lost were some zoas that didn't really look good going in, but I decided to give it a shot anyways, and there's nothing I could do for them. I tried to move them around the tank, tried to give them different flow, and just they probably were doomed from the beginning. Another tip I'm going to give is you'll notice that there are no fish in here. To me, that's really important in keeping a tank algae free for such a long time. Is that the feeding the fish and the fish waste will really build up nutrients quick in this. And besides, I really don't think it's humane to keep a fish in such a small tank. Maybe one day down the road I'll get like a tiny snapping shrimp or something like that, I don't know, just for some movement. But right now I'm really happy with the corals, and it has worked for me. Another tip to stability is getting an auto top up. I know for such a small tank it's tempting to not spend the money because small tank, low cost, but I really think it's something essential. I'm using an Auto Aqua Smart ATO. You can find that on Bulk Reef Supply or pretty much any site. I got mine from Bulk Reef Supply. It keeps the level always there. Within 1/4 of an inch. It's really nice. I've had no problems with the reliability at all, and it's really dead silent, and it's in my bedroom, so that's really important to me. Basically, the only noise I hear from it is the water going into the filter. I do maintain the filter about once a month. I take it out, I disassemble it, clean the pump and all that. Sometimes when the pump's a little dirty, it won't start up without a little help. But yeah, that's basically my tips on how to keep it clean. Pico Aquarium. If you like it, hit the like button. If you have any questions, feel free to ask in the comments, and I'll be happy to respond. Thank you. Bye.